How's it going, everybody? America Rabbit here. Today, I'm ranking every top. How's it going, everybody? America Rabbit here. Today, I'm ranking every Tony Hawk games on the home gaming consoles from PS2, Xbox Original, Xbox 360, and PS3. Not the handhelds, and surely not the other ports of it. Like Nintendo. No disrespect to Nintendo. But anyway, let's just dive on to the video. Okay, we have to start it all off with the very first Tony Hawk game. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 came out in obviously we have to start it off with the OG, the one that started it all, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. I mean, this game came out at such a perfect time. I mean, it had amazing soundtrack, phenomenal gameplay, and it still had that arcade-like feel, and it had like challenges, and it brought everything to life. Like, it makes you feel like you actually skateboarding in those environments, because those are real locations of skateboarding scene, of the underground skateboarding scene. So obviously, Tony Hawk actually kicked it off because he was the cover child of every video game of his since then. So obviously, it has to go to A tier. And then we have to do Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. So this game also had amazing soundtrack. It came out in the early 2000s, 2000 to be exact, for the PS1. So, it had an amazing gameplay, and it had like new things introduced into it in this style, like new game mechanics in areas where you can skate and everything. So, and I might be wrong, you can also create your own custom skater. So, without further ado, obviously B tier. This game came out on PS1 and freaking PS2, which, like I said in the past video, I did not know this was on the PS1 as well. Even so, for the fourth one. So, this game, just like the other two, had amazing soundtrack, amazing gameplay, and had amazing areas where you can actually skate and everything, and newer challenges. It made it more challenging. So obviously, just like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. So, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 was released on the PS2, but it was also released on the PlayStation 1 as a big send-off from the PS1 era. So, obviously, what was the better way to actually send the PS1 off with? Obviously, it has to go to B tier. Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. Now, Tony Hawk Underground, the very first one, was released on the PlayStation 2 as well as Xbox Original, which this game had an amazing story, which was a huge upgrade. It still kept that same gameplay from the other predecessors of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series, of all four of them, but it had a compelling story, so it was a huge plus. So, even though this is one of the GOATs, so obviously this would have to go to C tier. Okay, now we're on to Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which the story was actually more innovative than the first one, but it actually has some comedic stuff into it. So, okay, now we're at the good stuff. This was the must-have Tony Hawk game of all time. This had a huge story step up, and it had like a comic book like stuff when you go into story mode. So, and you could buy properties, and you could cause a lot of mayhem and all of that, and you're in Hollywood and all of that, and it's still, but what actually was a huge step up from this game, separates this game from all the rest, you can actually ditch the skateboard for the BMX. So, y'all obviously know where I'm going ahead with this. This has to be in the A tier. At Tony Hawk's Project 8. So, I actually did play this game, but I played it crap out of it on the PS2 version of it, and every time I try to go back into it, I actually run that game down to the ground, because every time I try get to number 1 of the skateboarders in the world, it crashes. So it has to go to the C tier. At Tony Hawk Proven Grounds. So this game was not liked and also loved by many people. Some people didn't like it, some people do. But I actually like it, even though it did not have the cutscenes like Project 8, Underground, and freaking American Wasteland, but it holds its own. It was like a breathtaking of things and everything. So, this would have to be in... Like I say, y'all, this is my own opinion. And now we're at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, which it took them a long time to make number 5, which I actually never played this game, to be honest with y'all, which I heard a lot through friends that it wasn't that well liked, and it also wasn't, it had a lot of glitches and everything. So obviously, until I play it for the first time and get my own opinion and my own view, until then, it'd be in the D tier. Now we're at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 plus 2, the remakes of the first 2. They kept the nostalgia of the gameplay, but still keep the music. They introduced new and old people, and not only that, they still kept everything the same as the originals was. So obviously, this will be in also C tier, because it has so much so much sentimental value. Now we're at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, which this game was not really that well loved for some reason. Even though this was like the very first take of the remake, probably, I never played it. I had friends that played it and was not very fond of it. It said it had too many glitches, it was buggy, it had many problems with it. Just pretty much moved on from the nostalgia of the gameplay at that period of time. But this will be in D tier. Okay, there y'all go. There y'all have it. My personal rankings of every Tony Hawk game on console from PS2, Xbox from PS1, PS2, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. And even PS3. If y'all enjoy this, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!